Hello, welcome. We are going to be doing some drafting today. We're not going to draft on MTG Arena. We're going to play on MTG Arena, but I asked chat what they wanted to do today. And mtgadraft.herokuapp.com won. And what that means is if you're around here a lot, you know that on Fridays I play in a chat gauntlet against viewers. And we use this third-party website created by Senryoku. And it's mtgadraft.herokuapp.com, and it allows you to do your drafting on a third-party site, export your decks back into Arena, and then use the friend challenge system to actually play out the matches. This not only allows for free drafting. All you need is wild cards, and you need to have the cards in your collection to be able to play them. But if you have the wild cards or a big collection, this really is free MTGA drafting, and it's basically the only digital way to play I know of where you can select your 8 players, draft and play in pod all together digitally with rules enforcement. You know, it's really not a common thing to be able to do these days, and it's really nice it does change how you draft it. When you're passing something, when you're not playing in pod and you get a late bomb but it's not in your colors, like whatever, somebody, and like now you got to really think, well, I'm going to face this, there's that kind of thing going on here. And so we decided to do that today, and we are going to do cube, and I've got 7 competitors queued up here. I'm going to treat it like gauntlet style. Best of 3 is great. I like best of 3, but when I do gauntlet stuff, when I do battles against chat, I love to do best of 1 because then it gives everybody who took the time to participate a chance to play with me on air. So I am going to stick to the best of 1 plan today, and it's going to be a powered cube experience. So we are going to jump over there in just a second, but if you want to create a powered cube experience in your own home, well, I shouldn't say powered. So I said powered. What I mean by powered in the arena context is like rares and mythics, as in not pauper. Obviously, actual Power 9 early alpha stuff is not available to us on Arena at this time, but powerful cards are, and that's what I mean. And anyway, if you wanted to build a cube in paper, truly, I juggle a couple of cubes, and I do most of my building through cardkingdom.com, my sponsor. They are amazing, and their inventory is incredible for things like cube building. Whether you just want the basic plain, no blingy, I just need that card, they're going to have that. But their inventory of blingy stuff is better than most as well. So if you want that foil version, you want that custom version, you want that secret layer version for your sweet commander deck or your sweet cube, and you want to kind of show off a little bit to your buddies, Card Kingdom is an excellent place to have credit for that kind of thing, and I keep a lot of credit there. And this actually came up, somebody in YouTube, hello YouTube friend, was telling me in their comments how they did a big sell. They wanted to sell off a bunch of their cards. Sure enough, as I predicted, almost all the cards that they were selling, Card Kingdom was giving the best price, but there was one exception, and it was the most expensive card they had. And that happens sometimes, because especially on super expensive stuff, it depends on whether they have it in stock, whether they need it or not. Anyway, this person decided, well, since the most expensive card is being bought for more over here, I'm going to sell over here, and I'm going to put my credit over here. Well, he instantly regretted that because, he got a little bit more credit available, but then he went and looked at the inventory that he had credit to purchase from, and it was really sad that it was like all this stuff that he was hoping to buy for his Magic projects just wasn't there. And so he had maybe a little bit more store credit than he would have at Card Kingdom, but he has nowhere to put it that he didn't want. So even in the case where we had a situation where a single card was so radically different that it convinced him to not sell to CK, instantly regretted because of the lack of intriguing store credit options. So keep that in mind when you are thinking about where to sell your cards. Even if someone is on the rare occasion beating out Card Kingdom on buy price overall, keep in mind, if you're especially selling for store credit, what you're going to get for that credit. And I know what you're going to get for your friends for Christmas too. I have already shown this before. This is for our YouTube friends. I have another sponsor today as well. That's Spumoni Works. Our friend Amante, who created the graphic style for my entire stream, the layout and everything, is also a creator of lots of cool physical stuff that you can acquire for your own life, including these sweet magic pins. And if you go to Spumoni Works and order some pins and stuff, and you use the discount code Go Shopping, get it? G-O, Going Optimal Shopping, Go Shopping. If you do that, you get not only 15% off your purchase, but you literally help my stream directly, because Oni's not paying me with cash to help him sell some pins here. He's paying me with graphic design help. So if you want to support my stream and help improve the look and feel, I got some updates I have in mind, and also have some extra emotes to fill and get made. So, if you want to get some other emotes to hit the table, be sure to hit Spumoni Works and remember the Go Shopping code and help Oni, help me, help us. Everything keeps spinning, right? Right. Thanks, everybody. Now I'm going to show you what we're doing over here. Left monitor time. Here's our favorite website around these parts. And we've got our competitors already. I'm good to go. We've done our pitch. I'm sure Hat here is going to do a ready check, make sure everybody is good to go, and then it's draft time. What are we going to do today? I'll see where it leads. Maybe I'll be the fun police today. Get myself into some mono white or mono red. All right, let's do this. Really, I want to find reasons to be in something. Cobra's pretty good, but it tends to be better in the cubes where you have all of the fetch lands. Fetch lands plus Lotus Cobra is real deal. Heliod is would be a fine mono white type start. I'm looking for a kind of build around starts. Mirari's Wake would be a build around start. This is a super powerful card. Kind of busted by old school standards. It's expensive, 3 white green, but Anthems all your creatures, makes them +1/+1, and you double your mana production. So this is an interesting big mana thing to do. Chandra's Inferno is a nice first pick red card as well. This is just a game winner, really tough to beat this. Also note, there is no other red in the pack. That kind of makes me want to take Chandra, because I had already told you I was kind of feeling fun policey, although this is, a 6-drop is not exactly the fun police type mana level, but it does cut a color pretty cleanly from the whole pack. What do you think? What is chat like here? Yeah, Scarab God is great too, and is also a fine build around. I was looking at Chandra Heliod, and I think maybe I'll take Heliod because we could end up with the Mirari's Wake. I think I'm going to go Heliod. I was almost on Chandra, but then, like, if Wake wheels, I don't know if Wake would ever wheel, but Heliod can do some other stuff. Yeah, let's take Heliod. I'm going to take Heliod. All right, pick 2. Well, not really rewarded for moving towards white. Heart of Kiran, look towards Planeswalkers. Wow, yeah, this is not great. We could go... Yeah, I don't like the white Gear Hulk. It does a big thing, but I don't love it. Yeah, it's not what I want. I'm not taking this just because I have a Heliod in my pile. I almost want to pretend like I don't have Heliod. If this were first pick, what would I be doing? Obliterator is interesting. It never works, though. I don't know. Has anybody ever made the Obliterator work? I feel like it never works. Yeah, this is the type of card I want to pick up on the wheel when I'm white. Kogla, interesting. Yeah, if we do wheel the ramp, that could be interesting. Scoot Swarm. Yep. Oh no, you can win with mono black. I'm saying specifically Obliterator. I've never whenever I cast Obliterator, it gets killed by a 2-mana spell. Is what I'm saying. That's all. Not that mono black isn't viable. They never target it with a 5 damage burn spell. I don't know. It never happens that way. All right, back to the Murmuring Mystic is interesting too. Young Pyromancer, Murmuring Mystic. Maybe I'm gonna actually hedge towards spells matter and take Pyro. Now here's a Gear Hulk I can get behind. I love the black Gear Hulk. And we could pivot that direction, but Venerated Loxodon is one of my pulls into aggro white. And we'll probably wheel Isamaru if nobody else wants to do this. I'm going to take Loxodon and push towards white aggro. Basically, white Loxodon pushes me towards white, like Embercleave pushes me towards red. Yep, David calls out that if I wanted to move towards Pyromancer, taking the flashback spell. No, I don't know. I think Loxodon edges us right back towards Heliod. These two would be in the same deck every time. Aha! I didn't realize there has to, they didn't have a limit. There always has to be a limit. Interesting. Magic Online had token maximums forever because you can't just have indefinite token making. I'm moving in, gang. There's a lot of sweet stuff here, but I'm just taking the Conclave Tribunal. Great Convoke card. What we want with Loxodon is lots of 1-drop. Oh, is there token making in here that I'm not paying close enough attention to? Or do you just mean that token making is good with Tribunal? Anyway, I'm taking Tribunal. Yeah. Okay, I just thought you might be saying there was a token maker in the pack I was missing. The white hasn't been... I mean, this is a great card, Loxodon, and this is fine removal, but it's not like it's been flooded with awesome white, so we'll see. Maybe I'm in the wrong seat. Maybe there's somebody taking white upstream, not sure. Nantuko put his quarter on the arcade cabinet. Stupid family, Robert. Get your priorities straight. Ooh, there's some token making. Here's some token making. Token copying. Lithoform engine is interesting, but here we are again, just like SRAM's expertise. The Harvester is also interesting, but do you want to take the Procession? I think we should try and wheel the Procession. If nobody, I think we'll know we're doing it when the Procession wheels. So I'm going to risk it. If we don't get it on the wheel, it's probably a bad sign for us anyway. And I like an expertise here. I could see a world where, you know, you've played one spell out, you know, on turn 4, you SRAM's expertise, put out 3 servos, and cast some other small creature for free, and then cast Venerated Loxodon for free. I'm in for that. Who's waiting for who now? Whom? Yeah, we saw a Field of Dead and Golos. Someone might be having a sweet Golos thing going. We're being a little simpler. Although, see, I'm worried. I feel like we're maybe not in the right seat. I'm going to take the Clifftop Retreat. If we needed to add a color, there's token making in red. We already have Pyromancer. Yeah, Oath is another thing. Like, basically, it's Oath or Clifftop. You like Growing Rights? Yeah, Growing Rights. Yeah, maybe Growing Rights is correct, because I did say, you know, we did have the pick one 5-drop, what did I call it? You know, like there was, yeah, black does seem open, so you could definitely justify the Oath, but calling out the Growing Rights is a good call, David, because, yeah, Wake, we may wheel the Wake, and if we wheel the Wake, we are in. We're going Growing Rights, we're going, you know, we're doing green-white token go wide if we wheel the Wake. So let's take that, since if we do, like, this is fine, this is good, you know, this is like a removal spell. And it's it's a good solid removal spell, and this is a real engine build around type card for where this could be headed. So I'm going to hedge towards that possible wheel here and see what happens coming up. Experimental Frenzy is great in low-down decks where you can just keep playing stuff off the top, but maybe not what we're looking for here. Maybe even just like a Blast Zone. I guess we take Dire Fleet. I really want to go to the white, though. Maybe we do take Blast Zone or Crawling Barrens. It just doesn't feel like what we're trying to do. I'm gonna skip the Birth and take Barrens or Blast Zone. Yeah, Barrens would be good if we get Wake. That's another good call. I wasn't sure which one to do, but Barrens is a house with if we get Wake back. All right, a nice bodyguard here. Johnny has some play here. A +1/+1 counter, 2 creatures. Return 2-drop from graveyard to battlefield. So Johnny is good, but I really want the ones. Yeah, Johnny may be nuts with counters, but I want to build towards the Loxodon, and Loxodon wants 1-drops. Really wants 1-drops. 1-drops, 1-drops, 1-drops. So I like a Johnny, but I'm going to take. This is classic cube pick. Like, you'd never take Bodyguard over a Johnny in a regular draft. Maybe I can even, maybe I'm talking myself into a Johnny. I want as many of these 1-drops as I can get. But there are a lot of them, and this is less replaceable. So a Johnny is less replaceable. Yeah, you can also take Ginger Brute. That's fine, too. You know, but I'd rather take the 2-power on color. I think I'm going to go with my gut and take the Bodyguard, but I'm not sure. Maybe I was supposed to take that one. But look, the Wake came back. We were talking. That's exactly what we were thinking might happen. It did, and I'm moving in. We're gonna be a Wake deck. I'm going Wake. This is so powerful. Good time zone, Jim. How you doing? This is fun. I'm excited. I was considering the Wake first, right? But then I was like, well, let's not commit to it if it comes around, because I don't know, people just don't like green white in general. I think in cube or in draft. Hydra isn't like super supported by the wake because it's looking at land count. We could just take the containment priest. I think Hydra is just like generic green beef that doesn't particularly play well with wake. So I'm going to take the priest and go low. We don't have any 2s yet. We are not playing best of 3 though, and containment priest is generally best as a sideboard card. Although, come on, it's a 2/2. It's a grizzly bear with flash baseline. So. Oh man, I'm so looking forward to shoving this down Hodge's throat now. It's gonna be great. Yeah, I want Isamaru. I was hoping that would wheel. This is interesting too, but no, I just want we're moving in towards Loxodon and then getting big with the wake. I'm saying no, it's not. It's not, Jim. Like that's what I'm saying. Ideally, you play Containment Priest out of the board against people doing the thing it stops. It's this is cube. You're not 2/2s for 2. A 2/2 for 2 with flash is not good enough for cube in general, and we hope to cut this. That being said, I won't cut it if that's where we're at. We're not really doing the artifact thing. We can take Wilt, though. It cycles, and we are going to be looking to play some green. This is a good best of 1 card. Nyx Bloom. Sure. So it doesn't stack with Wake, right? Oh, no way it does. It would stack, right? If I had Wake and Ancient out? We're going to find out. Add 1, then triple, right? Yeah, that would make 6, right? And we got a blast zone too. Oh my god, all I want in life now, all I want out of life is Mirari's Wake and Nyx Bloom Ancient on the battlefield at the same time. I don't know if that's how it works. Here's the Embercleave that draws me so into red, but we are not there now. Master Splicer is okay, but nah, we're not going to go there. Construct creates 1/1s when it dies, which are nice with the Wake. Mentor, though, yeah, Mentor is fine. Maybe we'll wheel the... I don't know if people are interested in the Construct, but we kind of are, but Mentor is good. More tokens! More... It's weird. We're going wide and tall. We have the tools to go wide and tall here. Hodge is being a bit of a troll, D. He likes to press my buttons. I mean, he might not actually think this is a great deck, but he's also trolling me. I know Hodge is trolling me. Chat's figuring out exactly how our combo works and if it works. Yeah, nothing great for us here. I guess we take Ashaya. Shatter the Ashaya. Primal Might could do the thing, but let's do Ashaya. Yeah, only taps for 4. Okay, thanks for figuring it out, though. Uro here is interesting, but we're not near that. Yeah, Scoot would have been good, it turns out. Scoot would have been perfect. Yeah, I should have thought about that wheeled Wake when we considered the Scoot. What did we take over the Scoot? Something. I can't. Well, obviously something. I just can't remember what. We'll take Ashaya here, though. Oh, wait, what's this? Sculpting Steel? Yeah, we're not copying artifacts. Could take Hydroid Krasis and look to splash blue. Tendershoot Dryad, though, does what we're doing, right? I think we just want Dryad here. Benalish Marshall should wheel. We'll get that on the wheel. Nobody wants that. Take Dryad, wheel Marshall. Probably actually not playing Nyx Bloom. We're way more supportive of the token angle here than the Nyx Bloom Ancient angle. We'll take the extra mana from Wake and Ashaya, but I don't think we need to. I don't think we're going to do the Ancient. I'll leave it in for now, but I doubt we're playing this. Also, it's heavy green. I want to be heavy white, light green. Although Growing Rights on 3 demands a certain level of green in the deck. How about SRAM's Expertise, putting Growing Rights into play, and flipping it at the end of turn. Ulamog is the type of thing we could grab to have a place to go with all that mana. Oracle Moldiah continues to help on the ramp front, on the ramp plan. Release the dogs, though. This is the a big token maker, but again, I think we wheel this. I don't think people want the dogs besides us, so we're going to try and wheel the dogs. Helm is interesting too, but what are we really happy to helm? Tendershoot Dryad would be an awesome helm. Heliod. You try Helm. Yeah, let's take Helm. Let's take Helm. It's kind of like another place to put our mana. You know, Ulamog is a 10. This is effectively a 9, right? I like Helm, though. Let's take it. Thalia. Oh, there's the Riss. Should we try to wheel the Riss? I don't think people want the Riss either. And we could take Thalia and really wreck some decks. You think Thalia wheels? I think Riss is more likely to wheel. Yeah, it's 2-color, but who's doing this? Who is doing this? We're the only ones doing this. Thalia doesn't hurt us that much. It hurts us here and there. But if you look what we're doing, we got early on creature, 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 creature. I guess it starts to get a little awkward there. Okay, I'll take Riss. David is insisting. Smart man, David. I'm going to take it. Yeah, that's true. We didn't get that procession back. It was pretty... it was only going to be one of a handful of cards left in the pack. It doesn't necessarily mean somebody took it and is doing it. It could just mean they're like, well, I got to take something. I'll take this. I love the Myria's Call, but March of the Multitudes is exactly this deck, and oh man, I would love a Ridgescale Tusker too, but we just want the March. Perfect card. Perfect card. It is exactly our deck. Yeah, Jim had a rough time with the tokens deck, but we'll see. I'm gonna try and make it work. I don't know what tools you had. The things I'm most excited about in this deck are the Loxodon and the Mirari's Wake and the Tendershoot Dryad and the March. Like everything else, like Riss is good too, but like March, Wake, Loxodon is why I'm super excited. And then here we have, this is the card that was a letdown for Jim on Friday. But Jim, you almost destroyed me with it. I happen to have exactly the right card at exactly the right time. But if you do get this going, it's just a game winner. And we're going to take it because it's too fun, right? How do we not take this for our deck? We got to try. Selvala, interesting too, but yes, Visitation. Yeah, let's see. Visitation, Helmet, Helm. Let's see. What ETBs and makes tokens? We need like to Helm up Tendershoot Dryad with Visitation in play. Yeah, I don't know what Ashaya is doing exactly. It might be a higher risk. Soul Warden is a 1-drop that jumps out at me. Keeps us, gives us something against aggro. There is also, any of these white cards is fine. We can even take Tef and try to splash, but Linvala, very good at shutting down some of your Oppo's action. But I do just want to get, I tell you, the reason I like Loxodon so much is how it plays with ones. I want ones because of Loxodon. I really do. And Heliod is another good call. And Soul Warden just creating life and, yeah, that combo is good. We did wheel the Splicer. Do we want artifact or creature entering triggers? So we double up on Soul Warden triggers. But there's not enough going on in the trigger world to take Panharmonicon. We could take Platy and have a way to not win. We can take Master Splicer. It does make tokens. It's just not my favorite of these. Yeah, that's the thing. Matt says Splicer is fine. And you're right. No, just making sure there wasn't something better than fine that we wanted to consider. But all right, we'll take fine. Yeah, it is a helm target for sure. Yeah, too bad we didn't get that procession. We could really go truly all in on go wide tokens. But I'm excited about this, whether it wins or not. I like what we're up to. We can take a Triome, which would allow us to more easily dip towards red or blue if we wanted to splash there for something like that Teferi we saw. We can just take Primal Might and call that some interaction and possible game-winning interaction. This is interesting too if we were splashing, but again, let's just take the Might. Splash potential there, splash potential here, but as I expected, the Marshal comes back around, we're going to grab it. Nothing going on at 2 here. A little worried about our 2s. Oracle coming late is super interesting. Hard to pass. Champion gets super big, though. Both of these are good for our deck. But, like, Champ is good, but Oracle is just busted in the abstract. I know that this is doing our thing, but Oracle's just so broken. Whereas Champion is solid creature, right? I'm going to go with broken. And we're going to cut the Revelation. Approach. We're going to let somebody else try that. Maybe we splash Tamiyo, but highly unlikely. Yeah, this is the card I don't want people casting against me. Same with Tamiyo, although Approach of the Second Sun, also annoying. Artifact Build Around, that's not us. Lyra as a just kick-ass high-end. Crystalline Giant is a solid 3. Howlblade is a nice 2, which we've called out that we could use. Lyra can just accidentally win games, but yeah, I kind of forget that I'm green. Hornet Queen is really appealing, huh? And Lyra, a little more replaceable. You think we wheel the queen? If anybody's doing green ramp, though, they're taking this. I'm going to take the Hornet Queen. Hornet Queen is Busto in the abstract. We have the fixing to be able to... Well, maybe you don't have the fixing. That's fair. I was just talking about how bad we are on 2s. All right, I'm gonna risk we'll wheel something. Lyra, Queen, Angel, Splashable Vraska, maybe again, they'll probably don't want to do that. But I have to listen to my own self not 4 picks ago or whatever, and acknowledge that our 2s are almost empty and this is worth it. Yeah, Luris could wheel and we'd take that. Fledgling is another 2 we can consider. Conclave Mentor is in our color pair, but we're not really doing +1/+1 counters, so we're not really doing this thing. I'd rather take Mikaeus. Oh, there's a Glorious Anthem. Also, Gargaroth, interesting. We'll play the Mentor but we're gonna try and wheel the Mentor. I mean, I don't think anybody's taking Mentor, right? If so, we're just we're doing it wrong. Like something's gone wrong. Mikaeus is good enough. We're gonna take Mikaeus. I mean, Mikaeus is great, really, is what I'm saying, and we're gonna take it. It can slot in. It can be. Keep in mind, if I'm desperate, that Mikaeus can be a 2-drop. Oops, setting up for eventual Loxodon. You know. Yeah, it's not that we're not doing counters at all. It's just that it's a gold card, and we're not heavy +1/+1 counters. So let's try and wheel that. Glorybound Initiate or Rishkar. That does some of the counter stuff, but this is a fine too. We're going to take Glorybound over this Angel of Sanctions. Hey, Professor Dan. How you doing? I'm going to stick to the cheap white drops and shore up this side of our game. I want to get out early and fast and then go wide in the late game. I'm very curve conscious. Guardian Project would be fine, but nothing is as important to me right now as making sure we've got a good curve going towards our solid top end. Legion's Landing would be great. Yep. Brood Moth jumps out. So does God Eternal. Nothing else for us. So we're looking at Brood Moth or Oketra. This does make tokens. Brood Moth makes a lot of removal look silly. But I'm going to go with Oketra. Super powerful and on plan. We're not going to play a Shia at this point. Hey, speaking of dogs, we didn't wheel the dog tokens. Maybe we are fighting with someone doing the procession. Wow, that would be funny if there's 2 white token making decks in this draft. Yeah, we can cut that. I don't think we're playing that. Heroic Enforcements. This was called for by somebody just recently. We don't have the current ability to splash for it, but our only cost would be Mind Sensor. I don't know if we'd run this, though, even on a splash. Maybe we should just take Mind Sensor. Yeah, I don't think this matters too much, but I almost would rather take Teferi on the possible splash over reinforcements, but I guess we could spec. If we don't think the Mind Sensor is good enough to make the cut here, we could spec. Our 3s aren't exactly overloaded, though. We kind of could use a 3. I just don't think I don't think we're running this. Could almost get, yeah, like it almost starts to become a hate draft situation. I'm going to take Tef because I'm not excited about the Mind Sensor and we're playing in Pod. Allosaurus Shepherd. Green spell, yeah. I got excited. Well, it is a 1-drop, which doesn't stink. But look, we have a Face Fetters. We'll take some solid removal here instead. This gains life, works with Heliod that way. Feeling a little bit bloated here, though. This is going to hopefully be more like that. This could be one of these. This is a little more realistic look at our curve. Although Micaeus even I would hope is more like this. So we still have, we're still low on 2s in a way I don't like. Maybe Marshall's like a 4, but we don't have a lot of green going on here. Well, Immortal Sun, we don't really... Unbreakable Formation is probably good enough better, though. Enough better to just take the Formation. Immortal Sun is sweet, but Formation is... This has been... Like, I've played a ton of the Loxodon mono-white aggro deck in Standard, and Unbreakable Formation is the secret sauce of that deck. It is so good. It can win you the game if you're main phasing it, and when you're up against known sweepers, oh, so good to have counter target sweeper. I love the Sun, Jim, I really do, but Unbreakable Formation, adding the layer of Wrath protection makes me really want the Formation. Haven't seen one that I remember, Haj, but that would be another good one to add in for sure. Although it's another good one that's best in best of 3, where you can bring it in or out based on your expectation of mass damage sweeping. Yeah, 7 early drops is some, but it's still not as many as I would like. There's that heroic intervention that was just spoken of. But frankly, the fact that we picked up a formation makes me less worried about getting an intervention. And even though Caracal does the token thing, we want Tithe Taker. We continue to need to fill out the low end, and Tithe Taker here late in pack 3. Whew, I love this. Is actually great to get this here. Makes me feel a lot better. Hey, we did wheel the Queen. Y'all were right. Heck, we even wheeled the Crystalline Giant. So 3 of the cards we were considering first picking out of this pack come on back. We could take the Crystalline Giant as a lower drop, but I think taking a Hornet Queen. I'm going to take my Hornet Queen. I know it's green, 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 but I think we can pull that off with the Mirari's Wake and everything we're trying to do. There's some desire for Lyra too, understandable. If I had time, I would do a poll. Yeah, good point. Conclave Mentor did not wheel. Wait, was that this pack though? I think Conclave Mentor's next pick. Are you sure, Radian? Was Conclave Mentor pick 1? All right, I'll take Lyra. I love the Hornet Queen so much, but you all are right. There's a lot going for the Lyra here. And here's the Mentor, which we're going to take over the Glorious Anthem. I do just want another 2 here. This is great, but we gotta get the 2. Yeah, I know. Anthem though, right? But we have some Anthem effects already, and I just want this is how much I want 2s to finish out this deck. But yeah, Anthem next would be nice. This is not going to be played. That was just a cut. I mean, you're allowed to have multiple anthems. You know, we also have Marshall, but that's the thing. We already have 2 anthems in Marshall and Wake. Yeah, they all stack, so you take as many as offered, but we're not really doing the thing. We're not doing any of this. Here's that Guardian Project. I guess I'll take the Guardian Project over Gitrog, but it doesn't really matter. This is best of 1, so we're never playing Cage. This is a sideboard card, and we're playing best of 1 today. I don't think we're playing it, are we? I don't think we have room. As pointed out, it's not great with tokens. Doesn't even work with tokens. What it is? Oni is no doubt mono red. In fact, I should have considered where Oni was sitting before I decided even what I was going to do. I guess I'm going to take... I don't think anybody needs any of these. I'll take... Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Nobody's playing these cards. Here's that reinforcements that I didn't take, and I'm still not going to play. Yeah, this is fine. It's just we have a pretty stacked deck. We got to figure out... We got to make some tough cuts. Let's take Jaruda. So Ruda. All right, I kind of like where we ended up. I don't know how good it is, but I'm excited. I'm going to cut the land so we have a good idea of what we're really looking at here. Oh yeah, every time I try to... That'd be one thing I might ping Senryoku about it, is that like when I want to enlarge so I can make the deck building cards bigger, but zooming doesn't do that. 7 cuts. Well, let's see. Is there anything like maybe we got there enough on 2s that we could cut Containment Priest? We have 8 early drops. if we cut Containment Priest. I don't love it, but we need cuts, so... And then Luxdon, Tribunal, no, not cutting that. Oracle, maybe. It's so powerful, but again, we have to make some tough cuts, and it's not necessarily doing what we want it to do here. Same with Lyra, even though, you know... Yeah, Primal Might can probably go. We do have some interaction in Conclave Tribunal and Faith's Fetters, so we do have some cut that out cards. All so might be able to live without Might. What if we cut those, and then what does it look like? Yeah, Helm might be greedy here. Win more, like. This becomes kind of more showing off than actually needed for game winning. Kind of like keeping the Marshal, though. The Marshal goes better, I don't know. I think we can go near mono white. Like, I guess you could cut Rights, Mentor, and bring back in like the Containment Priest, and then only splash Wake, Dryad, and March. A 3-card green splash. But at that point, I like that anyway. I hear you, Dave. Like, this is just such a good card. Maybe I'm supposed to play it even over like the Marshal or something. People kind of wanted to cut the Marshal anyway, it seemed, but... See you, Boutris. We'll see you around Discord. Close. Maybe I could cut the Splicer. I thought this was a pretty weak... I mean, yeah, sure. It's just like, we're not doing other Golem stuff. We're not blinking. I think I cut the Splicer, and I'd rather have the Marshal than the Splicer. Do you like Splicer out, don't bring Marshal in, and just call it a deck? Well, let's see. What's making tokens? Tokens? Tokens. 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 Yeah, maybe you're right. We could let Visitation go. But does Tide Taker doesn't... Oh, yeah, it's Afterlife. Yeah, I guess that kind of qualifies, but it's not really... it's not really what would push us to include or not the Visitation. Yeah, I think Visitation is a good cut. It's, again, kind of win more, kind of like... If we're making tokens between the Benalish Marshal and the Mirari's Wake and the Unbreakable Formation, we should be good. So I think we kind of took our win mores out, our fancy play win more stuff. Divine Visitation, Helm out. No, we pair in client, Oni. We don't really have any card draw. We have Growing Rights that's kind of card draw. We have Oracle that acts like card draw by getting land off the top. And card draw, Tender Shoot Dryad is card draw because you make a 3/3 every turn. Drawing a free 3/3 every turn is pretty good card draw. You know, so it's like that kind of attitude. And also, we have enough lowdown that we're also trying to win fast and furious. Well, we'll take a look. Guardian Project Could, you know, we're not heavy at 4, so you can make an argument for the project. I certainly like project better than for the visitation we cut. But I'm gonna put our lands in Blast Zone and Barrens. Too bad we didn't get any green-white duels. I don't know if I missed them or if they weren't there. But I'm gonna send this to MTGA. Oops. I just opened an extra instance of MTGA. Hopefully the stream doesn't crash. If it does, I'll be back shortly. All right, killed it. Sideboard, let's get rid of stuff we don't want to craft out of the board. I don't want to craft a Rev. I don't care if we craft a Bajuka Bog. And I want to craft everything else. All right, last chance for some changes. Last chance to get in some bling requests if you want to decide what basics we're using, for example. 11.4 is not correct, but we'll figure that out later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just look at the numbers here. 16.7, that's a decent split on that front. I think this looks good. So what do you want out? I'll play Guardian Project if you want, but what are we taking out? All right, double Ds. You tell me what we're taking out. I'll fix our lands in the meantime. Let's go Burley full. Is there another Burley? Sam Burley full. Sam's a great guy. Some artists work for Wizards, some artists contract for Wizards, and Sam Burley is one of those. He's, I think, still at Wizards of the Coast. Always had great conversations with him. Yeah, I don't want to cut SRAMs in a deck where we're antheming. Maybe I'll just start here, and we will. I'll bring in the Guardian Project for testing in a future match. Yeah, I'm not going to cut SRAM, so I'm going to skip it for now, and we can ask ourselves whether we'd rather have SRAM or Guardian Project when we draw it. But I believe I'm taking on Nantuko up first. Oh, where'd you go? Stop it. And over here. Oh, I'm not even here. Let's go to Battlefield Right. There we go. Don't have one up. Not yet, anyway. Oh yeah, we'll keep that. What's going on, record? Oh, come on. Somehow I've managed to move the record down. Oh, jeez. The lag on Streamlabs is just agonizing sometimes. Close. Let's try that. I am waiting on Antuco, right? All right. Yeah, I like this deck. Let's see what happens. No, I'll turn emotes on. Although, doesn't seem like it matters. Where's Nan? Ah, arena crashed. All right, can we find a 2? That would be ideal. No 2 for us. If we have to, we'll spend turn 3 making a token. It's not what we want to do, but we are working on our plan. Ooh, that's bad for us because we don't have a ton of interaction, so we can't really get rid of a brain maggot once it lands. And certainly... Oh, there we go. Never mind. We'll do that. I'm going to start with making a token for Riss, but Blast Zone is nice. We could even put a charge count. We could put a charge counter on it instead. Maybe a charge counter on Blast Zone is more important than a token. But really, I just want to get this killed eventually. And right now, we need our lands. So I think actually, for now, we make tokens. And then eventually, we take out 2s and get our Tender Shoot back. Heliod, interesting. But is it even worth it? I'm going to put Barons out right now, so it can be not summoning sick if it comes to that. Heliod doesn't really do much on this board, so we're going to keep making Riss tokens. And really make Nantuko beat Riss. I guess we'll send in this token, though. I will trade for your Brain Maggot, if you'd like to block. Yeah, dropping this on 5 would be nice and everything, but we can't, I mean, we can't, like, it costs us a land to get it back, so there's no way we're dropping it on 5. We have to think longer term about getting the Dryad back, I think. Ooh, that's big game. But yeah, I gotta figure out. Jim is looking to figure it out. But basically, going Risk stuff into March Convoke into Risk double, And then we're super, super wide. Yep, I like Jim's line. We're going to march for the max this turn if we can. We're up against blue. We could get countered at any time here. It's a custom cube. All right, so the way this works is we pay 3. We have all this is mana 1, 2, so we can convoke for 5. Just doing the X math here. Boo earns, but still doubling tokens now. So now if we are going to double, I should double now because this is about to trade off. So I will. Kefnet, big trouble here. Oh, thanks. I'll put that on my read list. State of the game. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow or something. Well, gonna have to get Heliod out and start gaining some life. Maybe I'm still supposed to double tokens. Not sure what max mana is for us here. Nantuko may have been thinking that by trading for one of my tokens, he's holding me off of the doubling plan, like putting enough of a dent in my doubling plan to be unable to race. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be 8. That's still not enough. I'm just trying to think of what we can. 9 is where we can risk, double risk, and do this stuff. We could also take a turn to just make 1 counter and bring a Heliod in. Heliod potentially allowing us to gain enough life to offset what Kefnet is doing. I think we probably need to have Heliod down. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, there's a lot of stuff we can't beat, but we're going to pretend like Nantuko doesn't have any of it. Tender Shoot doesn't do enough, though. We're going to lose to Kefnet unless we can turn. What is returning? Returning that and creating a token copy. Okay, so then I'm going to go make a token, and Nan gets to decide what we miss here. Yeah, we're probably dead. Yeah, we're done. Not even close. To be fair, we didn't really draw a ton of our gasoline past the wrist, but that was not a particularly close affair. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, DC. Thanks for the game, Nan. Who's next? Who's got their quarter on the machine? Tron? All right. Looks like Oni after Tron. Just a couple of people called it, but you'll be next, Oni. Haj, you doing okay? I'm losing sight of whether you're a troll or just you're being trolly or just in a really sour mood. Feels like you're just pooping on everything these days. Hope you're doing okay. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to win a game, Dionysus, but no, there's nothing on the line here. We're having fun. Well, I appreciate you, Haj, even in your cranky guy state. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I want to do Taker because I don't want to play a forest and put us off Marshall whenever we want that. I like, you know. So lame, weak. Tide Taker doesn't even cost Tron anything on the Oath. But let's just go Marshall here. All these oppos taking my stuff can go to hell. Except not really. I like my opponents. They're all my friends and viewers. But, stop taking my stuff. Oh, Freebird doesn't take it. That's a duress. Right. I was thinking of the maggot instead. Ah! Suck it, Tron. You missed. That's what I meant to say. Ooh, that's good too. We can double spell this turn ahead of Oketra next turn. And I like Bodyguard. We could Bodyguard. Let's Bodyguard the Mentor, though. Yeah, that's true. Haj likes saving Bodyguard for Oketra, but do we even need to do that, Haj? Because, like, I mean, Oketra saves herself. Oketra don't need no saving. But I see what you're saying, though. We want to save it to cast after. I gotcha. It's not about saving Oketra. It's about triggering Oketra. Very fair. Very fair. All right. I like... Haj said don't cast anything, so maybe I should have done anything there. But we already cast the Mentor. But I hear you. We'll save for the triggering of... I stopped in red Oketra, to be honest, is what happened right there. Well, no counters over here, but yeah, I gotta survive like discard and stuff.
Nothing is more loyal than the dead.
So we got reanimation here. And what's the worry? Ayara could come back. That's at least not the biggest of worries that we could possibly face. And are we supposed to attack Lily before we Oketra? It's a lot of work to read cards, D. I don't know. Maybe on occasion. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I guess we just attack Lily. Why not? I mean, we don't need these aren't really doing anything. We're not making +1/+1 counters, so Conclave isn't like putting counters on anything. I'm in. Let's just trade for creatures or not, and then drop our God Eternal here. I like this, though. We don't really care about either of these creatures, so sure, let's trade them off. We even get a little 1/1 flyer here. And if we untap with Oketra still in play, we're going to be in pretty good shape. If Oketra is managed here, we're in less good shape. Yeah, if we lose Oketra, unless it's on-board enchantment style removal, we will be able to get her back.
Servitude? Think of it as partnership.
Interesting. All right, I like all this. Drana is super scary, yeah. But we do have a block, at least, so she can't connect with us on the first try. And we'll protect Mentor. You like protecting a token? I just don't want this Mentor to die. That's what I was thinking. But, oh yeah, sure, I see what you're saying. This token. I thought you were talking about these tokens. But Hodge was suggesting putting on the Spirit so that we could block Drana, save it, and then block Drana again. That's a reasonable call. Do we need to go Isamaru, no value? Yeah, let's do Isamaru and get the other 4/4 out. We don't get Mentor value, but we get 4/4 token value. Tron says good game. I don't know with the Drana if it's good game yet, but we can still attack this, right? Yeah, I don't know about reading. Oh, Drana only needs you to attack. Let me look. Okay, so then, yeah, that's just, we just got to keep going with, we got to go with Oketra though, right? I don't need to read, I just need to read chat comments in time. That's my whole plan. Read chat comments in time. Are we attacking with Oketra? Double strike, 6 toughness. If they put both on the block, we kill this on the first strike, leaving only 4, which can't kill Oketra, so we can attack. But isn't that okay? Don't we want to, like, I don't know. We got to make him do something. If I'm giving them no value looter, then I don't know. It's because I'm not reading cards. Well, we're pretty wide here. Is it going to be enough in the face of Drana stealing our... Well, Drana can't do too much damage to us here. These are good, but not bonkers for Tron. I did, didn't it? My... Oh. It's their graveyard. Okay, sorry. So it's still fine, right? I just read your and put myself on it. Sorry, gang. Reading... See, even when I read, it doesn't work. Like, why bother reading when it doesn't even work when I read? Why even bother? So, yeah, I think we just say no blocks. Doesn't really... Our life total doesn't matter very much here. And again, now I kind of maybe understand Drana. I don't know. I'll forget by my next attack, but... Maybe that's it, David. Maybe because we were just playing with Zareth recently, so... Maybe I had Zareth on the brain.
Necromancy is an art.
He did say oops before playing it. But is haste one of the things it can get? No, yeah, it doesn't even get haste. But yes, it would, sorry, it gets something, right? Yes, that's the thing. It gets something. All right. We did not get anything, but we do have some big friends. I guess, what are we doing here? Sending... sacrifice another creature, gains indestructible. So this can become indestructible. Yeah, well, that was the question. I could have saved Isamaru for this turn, but I talked it out and decided to make a 4/4 that could attack this turn. That was the idea there. Yeah, we could just go for face. If we send Oketra, what happens? Oketra gets blocked by a bunch of stuff and dies, but then everything else gets through. Is that okay? Maybe not. Maybe we keep... I'm just going to send the... Yeah, that's true. Oketra could die and it wouldn't be that big deal. That's fair. That's fair, Hat. Maybe I'm being overprotective of our god and should just use it. Yeah, that's fair. Let's do that. And, I still kind of want to control Lily. I think I'm going to control Lily. I lose? On a crackback? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. We only got 2 in the air. Oh yeah, and they have vigilance? Yeah, the zombies have vigilance. I don't know what we're worried about. Nobody's reading nothing. We can just go to face though, if that's what I don't know. I'm being boring now. Let's do it this way and go. I don't think anyone's reading Jinx. No one's reading. About half of us are thinking. Not my half. Yeah, that's fair. What Hodge, I mean, We're staring at 6 in the air, and we have 1 block. But ultimately, a bunch of blockers in the air are not going to get it done. Or a bunch of blockers on the ground are not going to get it done versus the air attack. And Drana lets Freebooter be just a chump a turn as long as Drana gets to attack. Now Tron in the tank, figuring out the race. We do have a couple of pieces of removal. We got a couple of O-ring effects, and if we can get Drana off the board, then this looping of chumps could stop. Really just need to find something besides land off the top, and we could be in fine shape. We have a Mentor that makes all of our small stuff reasonable draws and triggers Oketra. If we could get one of our Anthems, that would be great. If we get one of our big payoffs. Where's our Mirari's Wake? Although we don't really have a mana sink for Mirari's Wake, but...
Back from the dead.
I see. Tron's going for that plan. I don't know the reference, Hat, but that sounds funny. I don't even know the reference, but I want that meme. Oh, maybe I need... One of my favorite all-time lines from the Tick cartoon is when the Tick is arguing with his mustache, and the mustache writes him a note in Spanish. His mustache writes him a note, and he starts to read this note in Spanish and gets frustrated and says, "I can't read your crazy moon language." That would be a good one for that spot. All right. It's good to have an excuse, though. Well, I don't even know where this race is at. I think we just need to draw something awesome, and then maybe we have a chance here. But this is looking so-so. And we can block now, later. Does it matter? What can we draw that would make block? Yeah, let's save some life here. We might find removal, in which case I'll be happy to have a little of the life back. I don't think we could. I don't think we win if we swing out, do we? I don't know. We're, like, math is for blockers, etc. Let's find out. Also, we don't know what Tron is going to do to add to this board. Oh, anybody who thought we had this in the bag, I don't know what you were like. We never had this in the bag. This was never even close to the bag. Tender shoots, nice, but it does not stop this air attack. But so I think we're just dead. Come on, Haj, we're dead. This was me giving up. Well, I guess we do get lifelink soldiers. Still not going to help us up top. How is it going to help us up here? But it's not going to save us, though, Haj. Maybe we're not Dob. I'm definitely playing loose. This is I get a little looser on especially non-Friday pickup games, but yes, but if hair was on the line, I also probably play and draft differently too, so keep that in mind.
My heart is hollow with scorn for you.
Another minion never hurts.
But like, I don't know what anybody's plan was for winning, because nothing's changed. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, I'm getting taken flack for not playing the March or whatever, but I don't know how we're not dead. That's what we worked out. Yeah, that's true. I suppose the play was to hope Tron attacked on the ground, but I gave Tron credit for just winning the game in the air and not risking anything. I should have at least stopped to work it out. If I'm playing tighter Haj, I would at least have... We would have worked it out and came to that conclusion directly instead of just kind of blind swinging. Now I'm going to take on Oni. Oni is going to be playing mono red, because that's what he does. Ah, I see. Here, we can throw that up there. Game, Tron. All right. Soul Warden into Hallowblade into Conclave Riss if we find a green. Or just Riss if we don't. This is going to be Oni's favorite thing to see as a mono red player. Probably just means this is going to eat fire like right now. Burn, burn, burn the Warden. You know he's got to burn the Warden. Come on, Oni. You got to do it. You got to do it. Oh, hello. Well, doing this. Forest. No forest. We'll risk it up, though. We are effectively splashing the green. Maybe I did I do my correct mana? I don't know. Like, now I'm wondering how many sources I actually put in. Let me check my mana here. Did I do... Oh, it's not doing my... It's not seeing it. Oh, well. I can bring up... No, that doesn't do it either. All right, never mind. But I kind of want to check after this. Five forests? I think that's what I wanted. Maybe it should be 6, though. We have the Benalish Marshal, though. Maybe go 6 forests, pull the Marshal, and put something else in. Well, yeah, sometimes you screw up your mana, but you don't even know because it doesn't come up. That was quiet, right? All right, let's fix the Vandal then. Gotta find it, gotta find it. Lot of memes, turns out. Jeez, where is it? Can't even find it. Oh, there it is. Finally found it. Okay. Ice, ice, baby. Let's try again.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance!
Oni has not made any memes. Oni did the graphic design of the site, but is not my meme maker. All right, good timing for the forest. We get to drop Oracle. But I think maybe we send Hallowblade first. Although I would pitch the Mentor if it came to it. I'm gonna, yeah, we'll play. I'm gonna send Hallowblade and pitch the Mentor to kill the Immolator. See, we have card draw. I'd be surprised if Oni's running Anger of the Gods. It seems to run counter to what he is up to. Tribunal. I don't know if we need to use the Tribunal on either of these things. I'm going to pass. We got SRAM's expertise coming. Yeah, I think we're on RIS. Play D. Free. Oh yeah, it is a free Oracle swing. You're right. Thanks. I forgot. Our friend here doesn't block. We're presenting a significant number of kind of must kills for Oni. Soul Warden is kind of must kill for a red player. Riss producing all these tokens is a must kill. Hallowblade being eternally indestructible is must kill. A lot of must kill. I'm going to start with the Banneret. All right. Well, I'm glad that's out because now we get to Tribunal it. Throw this down. Oh, we got Macias coming up. We could expertise, but now we're going to Tribunal the Embercleave while the getting's good. Although let's create a Riss token to do it with. How's that a pun? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you wanted me to SRAMs last turn? Yeah, I guess I could have SRAMsed. But now we can go Macias full blast, and next turn we'll SRAMs, putting Glory Bound in play. Yeah, Jinx, if you don't see the value of drawing cards off the top, it is, or anybody who doesn't, Oracle is a bit of a mismatch in the deck. Those who caught deck building, I almost cut it. Like, there was a point at which I cut it because it is not, synergistically, it's not really doing what our deck is doing. It's just bonkers good, though. Being able to play lands, extra lands off the top of your library, 2 lands a turn, and off the top of your library, it's like you draw spells the rest of the game, but have tons of land for it. It's just great. It's just great. We are not going to offer it up here, though. I'm going to say no attacks. Scary. Well, this is how the red deck could bring it come back, right? Or that. But we are let's go SRAMs, Glory, and then we have Macias to oh man, we even have a Riss also. Yeah, at this point, I think we can race dragon tokens with Mikaeus, creating value every time. Do we have attacks here? We can risk. There's no block here. We don't care if they block here. But I think we'll save our. We'll start attacking next turn. I'm gonna stay back here, and we'll start attacking hardcore next turn. Yeah, it feels pretty good when you can race a Hell Rider and an active Dragon Master Outcast. Yeah, the plan before we untap is make a risk token and tap Mikaeus and pump everything. Not bad if it's pulling a shock at this point in the game, but I don't think Oni's thought this through. We can do this. Or maybe Oni is just making sure is putting us to the test. That was enough. Oh yeah, I had fun destroying the fun police with my life gain. It's not on the line, but you know you love it.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
That wasn't a shame scoop, D. That was Oni seeing the writing on the wall. That was not a spot where Mono Red was going to be able to outrace us. Yeah. Dynasty, though, is next, we said. All right. Oop. No, wait. You were right there. Oh wait, I want to look at the deck one more time. Make sure the lands are where I wanted it. 10. Maybe the thing to do, like Crawling Barrens hasn't really done much for us. I think I like the Blast Zone. Barrens ought to do something. I just kind of want another forest in the deck, but I don't think I want to go. I was talking about maybe cutting the Marshal and then going to 9/6. And at 9/6 we could bring back in, we could try the Guardian Project. I'm gonna do this for science. We're having some fun today. And go up, down, and try that. And we were on Dynasty, right? Yeah, I'm not convinced either, Jim. We're doing some experimenting here. I like it. A lot going on here. We need some land, but if we get it, we're in great shape. Yeah, you had some great cards, Oni, but I just had the perfect stuff for the anti-white situation there. Looks like we got some potentially mono black. When I see swamp into double black 2-drop, makes me think mono colored. We can do growing rights and find a creature, but could also just make wrist. Yeah, we're gonna go mentor here. That's fine. Sram into rights is looking good for next turn, although we don't get any of the. Okay, turns out it doesn't matter. Mentor is dead. Hey, Loxodon is what? This is exactly what we were talking about. Exactly what we were talking about. Check it out. Although we come up one short in this spot, unfortunately. We do, however, get to make 4 mana and a wrist token, though. This transformation? Well, do this. And I guess, I mean, I'm willing to, if they want to spend a bunch of cycles to get the Gutter Bones back, fine with me. We're going to offer the block. Josu. All right, we could fetters the Josu, but we have time here. We're gonna do the double tokens and venerate them all. Well, actually, maybe we do take a turn to. Let's see. We have if we play the Glory Bound out, that gives us another creature. That's 5 mana off of this. Yeah, maybe let's do it this way. What about this? Oh, cancel. Hold on. I don't want to spend that too. Oops. See ya, Smash. Thanks for the ping. I will recheck it. Dynasty, that was my card. Why did you take my dogs? Those were my dogs. Well, let's go big Mikaeus. The next turn, maybe we even want to kind of figure this one out now. Go big on Mikaeus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10, 10 Mikaeus. But is that even necessary? Like, what we want is some stuff on Mikaeus, but not necessarily everything. We could even go 6, double our tokens, and then Mikaeus for whatever's left, and still have really good Mikaeus usage for the rest of the game. I think I like that. But let me figure out my attacks first. That's the other thing I screw up, is I don't think through my attacks. Are we sending Glorybound Initiate, for example? We can exert it. It comes a 5/5 lifelink. Yeah, that seems good. Block if you want. But we can't. Doubling tokens costs 6. So we don't have 6. Yeah, let's send Loxodon and Glorybound Exerted. I have 6 with the land. I don't understand what, but that's my point. Like people don't. I don't know. People want me to use the token doubler before using the land, but we don't have 6 without using the land. So, gonna do the play I was seeing, which is use risk to make 1. And then I'm just going to Machias for the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, yeah, we can Machias for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Machias for 7. Well, that's fine. We could have used land for token doubler, but what does that do? I mean, none of it mattered. Maybe if we did it your way, I get some extra. Maybe get 1 extra counter. I'm not sure. I just don't think it matters that much, though. Vraska, pretty good. Can take out Machias.
It's not often I'm outmaneuvered.
Agreed. Tender is the night. I don't even need to do that. We don't need all that mana. There's nothing else to do with... Well, I guess we have token doubling, so... we'll send everything but Riss at Vraska here. To start. Let me see. So if we send... If they get 2 blocks, block, then we need 1 more on Vraska. So we don't need to send all at Vraska. We need to send 3 at Vraska. So we'll pop these back. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. Loxodon at face. And then these 3 at Vraska and these 2 at face. Yeah, we're going to Dryad and double here. Use rights to double our tokens and then the remaining 5 on the tender shoot. Well, we get to double the tokens at instant speed before stuff is dead. Right? It's not sorcery. This would... Yeah, I think we had you there. I don't know what was in your deck, but I sure liked my spot. Good game. Fenor. Malfenor, there it is. Oh, I'll just take that. Maybe. This is where it doesn't handle this perfectly well. Really, I want to win more than I lose so I can say, suck it, Hodge, with some authority. If I lose more than I win, he gets to say, suck it, Ryan, with some authority. All right, I'm going to go Riss on 1 and attempt to protect it on 2. Nice job, Dynasty, if that was your first one. Looks solid to me. Great start from Fenor, oh my goodness. Uro. Uro is pack 3. Uro is our pack, like pack 1, pick 1 the other day. So getting it mid-pack, pack 3 was really strong for Fenor. We're going to kind of have to save this Faith's Fetters for an eventual Uro. There was a pause there, so Malfenor does have something for a single blue. Could be an opt. That's a classic. What's in the cube for single blue? Is it opt? Probably opt. I bet we see an opt right here. No? Looked like there was a pause. Yeah, Fenor's deck looks a great color pair. One of the better cards in the cube. Played against us on curve. In fact, early. So yeah, this is no jokes. And Kraken is gonna crack us something else. Like this face fetters on Kraken doesn't do really anything what we need. Wake could help us get out of this, but we still need more than what we got right here. We can make a Heliod. What does Heliod get us? We do have 1, 2, 3, 4 white mana symbols. So then Wake would be 5 and Heliod would be active. It just puts us off creating a token for a turn. And I'm going to go with Heliod here. But this is serious trouble for us, gang. I don't know if we beat Fenor's Kraken. I was worried about Uro, but we got other problems. Cloud Blazer, such a fun card. Gain life, draw cards, have a flyer, does it all. Blast Zone could get us a dead Kraken, and it doesn't kill the Heliod because of the indestructible. So we'll get Blast Zone going. And we still need to wait. I don't like using Faith's Fetters when on any of this stuff. Even though I guess Fetters into Wake was what activated the Heliod, but I don't like Fetters any of these things. We could Fetters the Goose, but again, I just feel like, and I guess Uro is a ways off. But I just feel like Oppo is, like, Fenor is on the edge of dropping something that we really need to Fetters. So I'm going to use Risk this turn and decline to Fetters anything. Do not love our spot here, though. We are going to start falling behind here against a blue deck that presumably has lots of ways to reload. And falling behind a deck that can reload is no bueno. Yeah, maybe we should pump Blast Zone and get rid of the Kraken ASAP. I like that. Yeah, let's do that. That's more important, isn't it? Let's see. Blast Zone to sack is 3. Hodge thinks should have made a token. Fair enough. I don't know. Getting this dead quick seems pretty reasonable. Yeah, that's true. But we can also do multiple things next turn. Anyway, we're going to do Mirari's Wake here. It's going to be pretty grindy unless the Flyers just take over or... Let's see, make sure we don't play a 3. Next turn with Wake, we're going to be able to put one more count or another counter on the Blast Zone and face Fetters, then untap and kill the Kraken. That's the idea there. Face Fetters giving us some life doesn't hurt. If we can find some repeat token making. Well, that's what I was talking about, saving a Face Fetters for. Let's see what Ugin wants to do here.
Is a journey, not a destination.
And it's exile? That sucks. All is not lost, though. All is not lost. Only mostly, as we say.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Yeah, right, I'm playing Commander with Riss. Could be. I don't have any, everything that qualifies for Riss that's in my deck as Commander. Another no Kraken token, so curious to see what Malfanor is going to be up to this turn, having declined to make a squid. Each player chooses an artifact, creature, enchantment, and planeswalker. Okay. That doesn't really hurt us, right? We get... Oh, I guess we have to choose one of these two. But can't... This is... Because it's not a creature yet. Oh, that one too. Oh, wow. That's actually awful. Awful. But we're going to start by making a Blast Zone counter so we can at least get rid of the Kraken. Yeah, because we have to keep Ugin down or we lose. No question about it. I mean, I guess we could try to get to Blast Zone mana for Ugin. And basically we get to Blast Zone. So now we'll... Yeah, okay, so that's fine. We're going to save this. That's like the best Cataclysmic Gearhulk that's ever been resolved against me. But no worries, we got the Hound of Konda. We got this. Isamaru, you're a good boy, and I'm gonna be sad to see you go. This one is so slipped away. Look, they've got Malfanor has 3 cards we don't know about, an Uro in the graveyard, and 2 excellent cards here. So this is kind of what we needed to even have any chance, but it doesn't really improve my outlook all that much. We need like another one of these right away. We're kind of focused on like the green white aspect of this side of this deck, but really, you know, the green is pretty light. I think this is more like, would this be better if I had just been pure hyper low to the ground aggro white? Maybe. I don't know. And Jim, you're saying it's been bad. I'm 2-2, and only, you know, and we lost this one because Ugin hit. But I mean, if we faded Ugin, we'd be in fine shape in this one. I don't know. Everybody wants this to be terrible. You're all listen. Don't let Hodge get into your brain. This is fine. That was me scooping. We were not going to win that game. And I can even say, I'm not saying everybody, you're wrong. Green white is the best color combination in this cube, and I'm going to show you. I'm just saying this deck doesn't suck. It's just not. It's not stellar. It's not some best cube deck you've ever seen. But this deck is fine. It's hard to say that though, Jim. When you know, cube is just so swingy. People do big, huge things. Like the fact that your deck was doing its thing and then they did something to undo it doesn't necessarily. I don't know. Sample size is my ultimate message here. Sample size. Sample size. And D, you're just synthesizing the opinion of the chat, basically. All right, who's next? Anybody else in the draft still available to play? All right. Oh, my record. It did it again. Why does it keep doing that? Stop that. I gotta lock this in place. Oh, Jesus. I hate everything all the time. Well, you know, Jinx, they're just when they're just now like kind of talking to the community about that kind of thing. They don't turn on a dime. They plan stuff way out. So this is what I mean about this deck being fine. Like at on a fundamental level, this is just, it's got really good It's got some really good aggro white stuff going on, and then a green capper to it. I'm going to go Warden first, and then Bodyguard second. Less damage, but more life. But really, Loxodon wants just tons of one ones, and we don't have tons. We can Tribunal next turn if we see something that has to go. And we can Loxodon next turn too, but ideally we would find like another 1/1 for one. But Loxodon on 3, not bad either. Does that mean like no sleeves? Obviously, we want a forest off the top like nobody's business, but nice that we can Tribunal something if needed. That's pretty solid. We're going to have to Tribunal Rishkar, I expect. Hey, Guardian Project, also interesting, but we're going to Tribunal now. And are we offering Bodyguard? No, I think we just Tribunal Rishkar and send Loxodon only. You wouldn't Tribunal Rishkar? Or offer the trade? Well, I'm gonna do my thing. Maybe this isn't what Haj would do, but Haj would trade the Bodyguard. I suppose we could. I kind of like saving the Soul Warden, although maybe the Soul Warden isn't that useful either. Okay, you would not trade Bodyguard. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's... Okay, we're on the same page then. I was surprised that you wanted to, but I don't want to put this in the yard even. It's not coming back for a while, though. I don't know. We're a couple draws from doing anything with our hand here. A Forest would be perfect, because we could play Oracle, but Plains doesn't even let us play Oketra, so Plains kind of the worst draw in our deck here. At least we'd start to be able to put counters on the Barons, but that's like all we would be able to do at that point. No, it's on me, Haj. Please keep talking. That's what this is all about. I have to juggle the convo. All right, can't save that. I guess we could, might as well make our Soul Warden indestructible, though. Tender is the shoot. I'd trade Soul Warden for Runaway Steamkin, so we're going to crash in here. I'm listening to Haj. Guy worth listening to. Laughing at us with the Plains. Somehow I don't think Hat's going to take this trade. Yeah, but this is why I figured you wouldn't. Why would you? Like, you're just going to follow with some creature that kills the Loxodon, and then this is all over. All over but the crying. It's December. We're heading into mid-December, which is just a terrible time to stream, honestly. In my experience so far, in 2 Decembers, it is not. This is my 3rd December of streaming, and they've never been big times for streaming. To that end, I'm probably going to take like a week off around the Christmas week. I don't know if Hat missed, quote, missed lethal, but Hat did not miss lethal. We are beyond dead. Again, sample size, you can, we're now down 2-4 with this deck. It's not a bad deck. We are not getting very lucky with it, I'll say that. No, I did not, because only getting one of your 2 colors means it's not fun. I have found no connection between individual COVID mandates and my audience, no. Good game, Hat. Well, it was a game anyway. Thanks for the game, as I like to say, when the game actually wasn't very good. Now I'm gonna sign off after this, and we're finished. Who's the final? Forget who's my last opponent. Haj or Jinx? Jinx is my last opponent. Well, I can't beat Jinx, so it looks like we're gonna go 2-5 today. I'll keep it as is. I think the heavier white, I like the heavier white Marshall build actually, but I'm going to just get on with it. Yeah, I don't love the project. I think in the end, I think the Anthem creatures would be better, but we're gonna keep it going here. All right, this is keepable though. And Mikaeus builds his own counters, so we're gonna put him out and he'll start counting up. That's fine. Oh, I can't do it on 1 though. Sorry, I gotta do it on, it takes 2 mana. I can't put a 0/0 out or it just dies. That would be, all right, I'm done streaming. It has been fun. Bye, everybody. I gotta love a companioned Yorion, though. That's a salute to Jinx right here, let me tell you. No, it's not that kind of day. Although I'm going to put Mentor out because if we go, I will go Mikaeus next turn with Mentor out. I mean, I've only seen 3 60ths. I've only seen a 20th of what Jinx has going on. Well, what we have going on is more rough mana luck, but I am going to play a Mikaeus and start pumping it upwards. All right, boy, do we need to get some land going. Thank you. We could play the Growing Rights to max our mana, but I kind of like, with Jinx also stuck on land, we should try to resolve a Tithe Taker. And I'm going to play the Tithe Taker first to see what's going on with possible uses of mana up there. And I'm going to send Mentor, knowing that I can Micaeus and counter it up if needed. Maybe I should... I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be putting counters on Micaeus or all my stuff right now. I'm going to leave it up, though, and we'll decide... Because I could have done it and gotten a extra 2 damage on the Mentor. Maybe that's worth it. Unfortunately, maybe I'll give Jinx another chance. That was pretty underwhelming, and we're not... This is just pickup. So let's I want to see what Jinx was up to a little more than that. You're not getting off that easy, Jinx. You're not getting off that easy. You get right back here. No problem, Robert. We also got to wait for Marshall. Maybe while Jinx resets here, I will check in with Marshall. All right, pinged Marshall. I brought it up in passing, but I haven't pressed him on it. It's going to be on me to like schedule something. Maybe we'll do that for a Christmas present or something. Venerated and SRAMs and growing right. Only 2 lands, but this is looking good again, so we're going to keep. We do need land, though. Land, land, land. Please. Wah, wah. You and me both, Jinx. You and me both. Ah, come on. Looks like this match will be. I'm gonna give it a couple more turns. I'm gonna make him beat me first. I'm gonna make him do something to beat me before I give up on the game. I could still win this. We draw a land right here, we're actually fine. Alright. Well, we were finer when we still had the Mentor out, but I think Mentor of the Meek here, maxing mana is fine. Next turn, Conclave Mentor, draw a card. Or next turn, SRAM's Expertise and Loxodon. This is me counting my lands before they're drawn, of course, but gotta plan for the best. Might need to, if we draw a land now, we might need to Fetters the Golos. Fetter's Golos now seems like the priority. Oh, sorry, I didn't see.
Where are we going? To Neverland. 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 Oh, but Neverland.
I gotta focus on the task at hand. We're gonna go ahead and mentor looking for a land off of the... We could also play Micaeus looking for a land. But I think we want mentor ahead of Micaeus, so let's do this. All right, cool. Found the land. We wanted that. Trouble is, we didn't find the land to Fetter's Golos, which was really our priority. With the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Golos, I guess isn't close to activating, but it's close enough. I'm scared. 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. So he's four of the 5 needed to Golos. Hang on tight, everybody. Marshall's usually ready by about half past, so it'll be like about a half hour. Well, there's black, so you need black or red. If you can come up with black or red, he can get the other one. Oh, sorry, this is green or red, not black. You're right. Sorry, I thought I misread the bluff. We'll get rid of the mentor here. We had 2 mentors, had to get rid of a mentor. Well, now the question is it more important to get the Great Henge than it is to get Golos? We do have... Oh, we cut the Wilt, didn't we? We don't even have Wilt. And we don't have the time to... Yeah, we gotta do the fetters now. You like expertise in a Loxodon? I just want to stop the Henge. Although I guess the point is, like, the Henge is still gonna draw him cards. Maybe that was dumb. I don't know. It doesn't kill it. Like, Fettersing Golos effectively kills it, and the Henge is not killed. It still does. It still sits there doing valuable things for Jinx. So I don't know. Yeah, and the Yorion bounces the Henge. A lot of stuff, but Yorion just does everything. Like, I mean, so maybe that's where Hodge is coming from. That Hodge just didn't want to bother with fetters given the Yorion, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah, we almost got this. We almost got this. All right, well, we got stuck on land 2, and that made this impossible. So we're done. Sorry I missed your memes here. Here's your money back. I was too focused on the game to meme it up there. But we gotta wait for Marshall anyway. If you want to finish, Jinx, you want to try a best of 3 here? Although I'm changing, I want to go back to the deck that I the correct build of this, what I think is, which is taking out Guardian Project and putting back in Marshall. And then I think I like cutting the Barons for a Plains. Barons ought to be good. If it goes long, I guess it would be, but it's just we haven't had the room to operate there, and I like having a little more interaction. Oh, I'm not sideboarding against you, Jinx. I'm resetting my deck to where it was before. This isn't about sideboarding against you. This is just about saying, I'm going to undo that change I made. That's all. No, I'm not gonna add the wilt because I'm not sideboarding against Jinx. I am just resetting the deck to where I had it. I don't want to be pre-sideboarding effectively. This deck is great. I love it. But we are like 3 and 5 now. I'll grant you that. I don't love this. No 2 even? Blah. But I'm keeping anyway. I don't care. Nantuka says bad. I don't care. See, I knew it. We're fine. Jinx's deck is indeed a marvel of modern engineering. We're going to drop a Marshall here and send in. Decide what to pitch if Jinx wants to block. He doesn't. We get no Convoke Conclave next turn if we need to. Certainly don't have anything else to do. We're gonna Tribunal that, let me tell you. Get a Blast Zone going. Forest off the top giving us Wake would be incredible, but I'll take Oketra regardless. I salute you, Jinx. I love your deck. Playing basically all the cards you drafted and doing fine with it is super sweet. Although that's the nature of Cube, right? All the cards are incredible, so if you can get the mana, it can work out. And here, going for Oketra, and then try to drop a bunch of creatures after this. No need to attack here, though. Hallowblade can't get through the Mystic now. Maybe pressuring Jinx into recasting the bounce spell on Oketra. I think that's what I would do. He really wants to set us back on Oketra tokens and try to win. Oh, Golos is interesting too, though. Getting the land to set up for next turn and being able to actually do the thing. I don't think he'd play it if he couldn't activate it, but you mean just in the deck or in this hand? What do you mean? Like, there's no way Jinx is playing field without any ability, right? Hey, friend. Thank you for showing up. Do we want to go... Let's just go Tender Shoot, though. If we send Oketra, we get... Yeah, I'm sending Oketra. If it dies, that's fine anyway. We just put it third from the top. And we got our Tender Shoot going regardless. It's hard for it to die, and if it does, it doesn't really die. So yeah, let's run it in. Golos, don't hurt me, bro. Golos is just gonna steal my Tender Shoot. I just know it. Like, I'm gonna so get... Calling it right now. Bolus's clutch is incoming. Ooh, actually that was about the best Golos we could hope for. It was kind of a whiff. Thank you for giving me a chance there, Jinx. Fetters. Okay, Fetters is not great because of the Yorion, but assuming Jinx goes for Yorion, bounce Golos, Golos will be summoning sick, and then we can try and Fetters Golos the turn after. This turn, if we go boom, 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 boom. It's still not. I was trying to see if we could get Wake and Marshall this turn, but that's not going to do it. So yeah, we can Marshall in formation, though. I like that. Yeah, let's go with the Hodge plan here. At 7 life, Jinx has to do some blocking here. Yeah, let's see. Golos, if he skips the Yorion and goes for a Golos, clutches, and yeah, I mean, Golos could still do it. That's the fun thing about Golos, right? It's quite the slot machine pull card. Golos is a super fun Magic card. Great design. This card is sweet. Needs a board wipe, you think, Haj? Maybe so. Platty, yep, we did see Platinum Angel. And we do have one more out to a Platinum Angel, so... that would be great. Golos into Platty. I want it now. Looks like that's not what's going to happen, although it doesn't have black, so it could be that with the dead Cobra, there is no Golos. Although that... is that going to do it? Yeah, this gives him a Golos, so still gets a Golos here. Nice. Selvala, Nickel, and land. Does Nickel get it done? I don't think Nickel gets it done. Archdruid, Ori, and land were 7. I don't know. Nicol Bolas has a lot of words. I think we're okay, but I'm going to assume we're okay.
You dare challenge a god?
Oh, I did have it in the deck. Nice. Woo! We would have a hard time with Platinum. It would be very good. We have like one thing to find for it. All right, we did it, gang. Notched 1 against the Jinx. I guess I notched 2 against Jinx, depending on how you look at it. I love your deck, Jinx. That was great. Nice work. Platinum Angel off the top would have put me looking for... well, actually, that was it. I think Platinum Angel we could not beat. Yeah. Because we had Faith's Fetters and Tribunal, and I'd already used Tribunal, and Faith's Fetters doesn't get it done. So I think Tribunal was literally the only card in my deck that could stop a Platinum Angel. So if you'd ripped the Platinum, I would have probably had to scoop. I think maybe I would have looked through the deck. Maybe there was something. Let's see. Now I'm kind of curious. Do we have anything for Platty? Nope, that was Blast Zone was still in the deck. There you go. Yep, Scott found it. All we had is Blast Zone. That would have been amazing if it came down to, okay, we are looking for Blast Zone to put 7 counters on it. That's funny. All right, good game there, though. Let's see what our friend Marshall is doing. He hasn't gotten back to me yet. Keep an eye on Marshall for the draft, for his stream starting up. There you go. Oni, I'll share a little too here. Let me go to this mode, and then I'll bring up this reminder. Got a couple of sponsors now. If you want to get some cool Magic pins and other stuff, not just Magic, go check it out. Use the Go Shopping code. Get 15% off your purchase and help me earn time from Oni for graphic design on this here channel. So that's a big help. And of course, my sponsor, Card Kingdom, can get everything you need for your tabletop game there.